All right, so right now there's a lot of contenders in middleweight, okay? Many contenders, way too many contenders. Okay, there's Sean Strickland, then you have Khamzat Chimaev or Robert Whittaker, depending on who wins next week at UFC 308. Then on top of that, you have Nasruddin Imavov, then you have Cal Barajo, and then on top of that, you have Alex Pereira, depending on if he wants to go back down to middleweight or not. Okay, and you already know if Dana White sees that Alex Pereira wants to go back down to middleweight, he'll let him do that immediately. Okay, skip out any other contender that might be there. Khamzat Chimaev, Robert Whittaker, or Sean Strickland if that hasn't happened yet. He'll just skip all of them and give Alex Pereira that title shot. And it's kind of just getting held up right now. And I kind of want to talk about where and why it's been held up. And I think it all starts when Dricus du Plessis has KO'd Robert Whittaker, okay? With that goofy punch, okay? With that running punch, finger inside inside the fist, okay? And by the way, I will do this to you if you don't like it. Subscribe right now, okay? We're close to 320 subs, I think. But yeah, it all started with Dricus du Plessis versus Robert Whittaker, okay? He fights Robert Whittaker, beats him, huge upset. And, Robert Whittaker was supposed to be the number one contender, but now Dricus du Plessis is the number one contender, okay? And he was injured. I think he was injured in that fight, or he needed a nose surgery or something. I forgot what it was. I believe he got the nose surgery actually before the Robert Whittaker fight, but he was injured, and he didn't really want to fight not Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya yet. So that fight had to be postponed, okay? And this is where the holdup all began, because Dricus du Plessis not fighting Israel Adesanya when he needed to. Okay, this is just where it all went wrong, because then they gave the Sean Strickland title shot. Okay, even though he didn't deserve it at all. I believe Sean Strickland, I think he was like number 7 or something. Like, he was really low in the rankings. He really didn't deserve it. He beat I think he was like unranked Abus Magomedov, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, Sean Strickland did not deserve the title shot at all. They were kind of just giving it because Israel Adesanya wanted to keep active. Alright, so therefore, the number one contender just doesn't matter because Sean Strickland has now beaten Israel Adesanya. But Dricus du Plessis still needs his title shot because he's still number one contender, even though Sean Strickland got the title shot. Which this then leads to Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. And this was a crazy fight. Okay, this was a really, really good fight. I still can't believe this was just this year as well. But Sean Strickland goes to a very close fight with Dricus du Plessis. And a lot of people think that Sean Strickland won. Even Dana White thinks that Sean Strickland won. But Dricus du Plessis gets the belt. He wins. And now he's champion. Okay, and now everybody is crying. Everyone is absolutely outraged. And everyone wants an immediate rematch with Sean Strickland. Because come on, like, if you watch the fight, everyone knows that Sean Strickland won that fight. I think Sean Strickland won that fight. I think it was kind of obvious. I feel like he was very, very obviously robbed, okay? It wasn't that clear. I'm kind of joking, but it was a very, very close fight. Okay, everyone wants the Sean Strickland rematch. Okay, so now Sean Strickland is now the number one contender, okay? Which is crazy. And on top of that, Israel Adesanya is the number one contender because he was originally supposed to fight Dricus, and that's like a huge grudge match there. Okay, everyone wants to see that. Kind of. There wasn't really that much hype going into that fight. But still, people wanted to see Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. At least Dana White really wanted to make that fight. And that was kind of the next fight to make. Then, after this, I believe Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev gets announced for, I think it's August, on a Saudi fight night card, okay? Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker, confirmed to be number one contender fight, okay? And, this fight is great and all, but then it falls through. Khamzat Chimaev, I cannot fight, but I am too bad at my stamina, but I need to go around to give me kisses, but I need Darren brother, to feed me chocolate, but in bed, but okay, I cannot fight. And then that's it, bro. That fight falls through. Then Robert Whittaker KOs Ikram Aliskerov. And then on top of that, you have Sean Strickland. He beats Paulo Costa in that time as well. Goes back to becoming number one contender. And then on top of that, you have the Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis fight, okay? Israel Adesanya, very undeserving contender right there, but I think that fight was really good, so I don't think it matters too much. Okay, that fight was really, really good. That was definitely, I think that was fight of the night, but it was a banger. Okay, that was definitely one of the best fights this year. Absolute war. Okay, delivered, absolutely delivered. Okay, crazy beef going into it. Press conference was really funny. Israel Adesanya was crying because Dricus du Plessis brought up his servants. That is actually insane to me. But, Dricus du Plessis, his trash talk is so underrated, bro. This guy just does, he doesn't even do it on purpose, bro. He just makes people cry for the love of the game, okay? Just for fun. Why not, okay? And, that happens. So, Israel Adesanya gets subbed by Dricus du Plessis, okay? And then now we're here, okay? Nasruddin Imavov, he's beat Jared Cannonier, and then now he's beat Brendan Allen, okay? And these are both like top 5 guys. I believe Brendan Allen was like number 6, number 7, and then Jared Cannonier, I believe he was top 5. So that's it, okay? He's beat Jared Cannonier, he's beat Brendan Allen. If this was any other division, Nasruddin Imavov would have got the title shot already because he deserves it. He definitely deserves the title shot. But is he more deserving than Khamzat Chimaev, Robert Whittaker, or Sean Strickland? No. So now he has to stay behind, and he probably has to have another fight, okay? And then we have Cal Barajo. Now, Cal Barajo, he's the least deserving out of all these guys, in my opinion. because he's only beat one guy, but at the same time, his hype and aura is crazy, so he kind of deserves it more than Nasruddin Imavov, because sadly, Nasruddin Imavov is French, so we need to kick him out the UFC. But actually, Cal Borralho, very cool guy, okay, part of the Fight Nerds team, has a lot of aura, has a lot of hype, okay, so he's up there as well. Now he's there, a lot of people are saying he should get to fight for the belt next as well. But I don't think that should happen. Okay, I just think it's way too early and there's just way too many guys ahead of him. I think he should fight someone else. I think I'll get onto that later actually. And then you have Alex Pereira. I think I already talked about this. If he really wants to go down, Dana White will just give it to him immediately. I doubt he will, okay, because I think he's just talked about this many times. He wants to stay at light heavyweight. Light heavyweight is the weight class for him. And I agree. Light heavyweight is full of absolute bums who cannot wrestle and who aren't even going to like challenge this guy at all, ever, okay? The closest thing this guy's going to get to a challenge is Magomed Ankalaev, who I don't even think this guy's going to actually wrestle with him. He might, okay, if things get really bad, I think Magomed Ankalaev will wrestle with Alex Pereira, but I just doubt he'll, I don't know why, but he might just get killed in the first round, okay? But I think Alex Pereira is going to stay at light heavyweight, so we can really count him out, but there is a good chance he's going to go down to middleweight at some point. He called out Dricus du Plessis, okay, instead of Ankalaev, which is crazy to me, okay? I'm not saying he's ducking Ankalaev, but just saying, guys, okay? But anyway, that's all the contenders at middleweight. There's so long. There's such a long list, bro. There's so many guys who could fight at middleweight right now for the title. It's just crazy to me, and he's still getting held up because Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. Dricus du Plessis isn't exactly active, okay? I believe he fights like 2 times a year. He's not the most active champ, which is kind of annoying in a situation like this when there is so many contenders. Obviously, I understand why. It's not like Dricus du Plessis has to fight more than like twice a year, okay? Not a lot of champs even do, okay? There's a lot of inactive champs right now. But it's annoying with Dricus because there's so many contenders. Like, it's fine with a guy like, let's say, Ilia, for example. Ilia or maybe like Merab, I guess. Well, Merab, he just won the belt, but you know what I mean. Like, Ilia, for example, there's not really that many contenders, so it doesn't really matter if he fights that much. Or Islam, there's really not that many contenders except Arman Sarukian, and after that, there's literally nobody. So it's like, you know, if he's inactive, that's fine. But if a guy like Dricus is inactive, where there's like 20 million guys waiting for him to get a shot, okay, it's kind of annoying. And I think what they should do next is obviously Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. I think this makes the most sense. Okay, I think they can make this soon. And probably by January, hopefully they announce this January, February. I think it'll be February because I think January is going to be Islam probably. And then after that, they'll probably make, you know, Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis or Sean Strickland winner, okay? Hopefully it's Chimaev because I don't care about... I'm not going to lie, bro. If you pretend to care about Robert Whittaker versus Dricus du Plessis too, like, you're just insane, okay? Literally, there is no hype for that fight, okay? I want to see... You know, maybe if Sean Strickland loses, we'll get, what's his name? Robert Whittaker versus Sean Strickland for, like, a co-main event or something. Or main event of a fight night for like #1 contender, and then we can get like Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat, which is a great fight, okay? Hopefully Khamzat wins that, but they'll probably do that. And then next, I think they need to make Imavov versus Cal Borralho for like a co-main event or a fight night main event. I think that would be really, really cool. And then I think that's the whole middleweight division really matched up. I think Israel Adesanya, he just needs to stop fighting, okay? I think he should just retire. He's just done enough, okay? And I know he looked very good against Dricus du Plessis, but I think it is a thing that he's just done enough. He doesn't really need to prove himself. If he really wants to, he can, but it's like, bro, you're coming off like 2 losses now. You know, you've lost to Alex Pereira. It's just like, it's just not really too much for you to do. I guess they could do like, you know, what's his name? Izzy versus Yuri, but like, I don't think, like, as hype as that fight is, like, I don't think Izzy should do that just in case he just gets KO'd brutally by Yuri. That's really it. That's all I want to talk about middleweight. I did get a camera. I might show you guys in a second, but bro, I have no idea how to like record on the camera. Well, I do know how to record it, but I don't know what to like do. Bro, I'm just like kind of standing in the middle of my room doing nothing. And on top of that, I think I tried to do the Dricus du Plessis running punch, and I just threw my controller across the room. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. But hopefully I'll be able to get it working by tomorrow. Or, well, not working, but I'll try and figure it out and get good at it. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe.